'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. To my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away!
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled! His dimples, how merry! His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all!
And to all a good night.
Happy Christmas to all!
And to all a good night.
a song? How about a Christmas song? What was on those ships of 3 on Christmas?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
And, I'm going to...
Please come on in. Christmas.
I can't say that I recommend practice. I think it should be me who's it's very good of you indeed. So it's a very agreeable game. Although I must say, I'd rather hope you would not get the answer right. It's more fun when you can make them pay a forfeit, you know. So. Stay overnight and then come right back.
Well, you know, we're gonna have to fit church in there as well too. That'll help get us right. Yes, indeed.
There we are, there we are. I want to see that look of fear in your eyes. Say these words again. Hence, horrible shadow!
Hence, horrible shadow!
Unreal mockery! Hence!
Indeed. We are from the far land of Boston, here to bring you, the fine people of Indiana, some wonderful taste of acting. In fact, we're always looking for more actors.
Close?
Even closer!
Well, maybe not that close, like one step back.
Oh, right. You know, our return number, maybe at least 6 feet away from us.
6 feet,
give or take.
A forlorn boy who has lost his holiday spirit.
Yes, of course. This boy, let's call him
George.
George. So George wanted to regain his lost holiday spirit. He wanted to see lights and shining colors. Where now all he saw was gray, snowy sludge.
So he wandered into the woods one snowy night, and before him appeared a sled of red, gold, and green.
And as soon as he lay his hand upon the shining sled, he heard a voice whisper deep inside his mind.
Perhaps a trip to the holidays of the world might help you regain that holiday spirit that has gone cold. Around and around and around the globe on a magic sled far away. Let's go to find those holidays far and near that fill the world with light and cheer.
First the sled zipped across the Atlantic Ocean, skimming white crescent waves, spraying salt water.
And startling one very surprised octopus who had never seen a boy sailing on a sled before.
He glided to a stop in Iceland, deep in the mountains, right at the doorsteps of
two giant monstrous trolls.
He finally glided to a stop in Sweden, where every house was aglow with candles. For it was December 13th, the feast day of St. Lucia.
To celebrate, children don white robes, and the oldest daughter in each household wears a white robe with a red sash crowned with a wreath of candles.
She serves saffron buns and ginger biscuits to her family. These are absolutely real, by the way.
Hark through the darksome night, sounds come a-winging. But he knew there were more holidays to see, more songs to hear, and more delicious real food to taste.
So he bundled himself back on the sled with one candle perched on the front to light his way through the dark Swedish winter.
And without a word, the sled whooshed away, leaving behind nothing but sled tracks and beautiful music in the air.
Sing
like
with
it's fun.
us. Yeah, yep.
Round and round. Where crowds of people were awaiting the arrival of Saint Nicholas.
Centuries ago, Saint Nicholas, Bishop of Myra, was renowned for his generosity and charity towards those in need.
And so now every year on his feast day, he comes by horseback with his assistants.
Who punish the bad children, but reward the good children who leave out their shoes to be filled with treats, depositing him in nearby Germany.
Locals were in a flurry of activity in the weeks before Christmas, awaiting the arrival of
Bells Nickel.
a raggedy old man in a ragged old coat who carries switches with which to punish bad children.
Oh, but fear not, for he carries candy, cakes, and nuts with the good children as well.
Just like St. Nicholas, he can give treats or punishments, but he works all by himself. So, with a wave to Belschnickel and all of his eager followers, he got back onto his sled and sped away into the night. And he glided past one loggerhead turtle who waved cheerily at him, glad to see somebody else was swimming out so late.
He finally glided to a stop in Israel, where families were making preparations for Hanukkah,
The Feast of Dedication.
the Festival of Lights.
Every year, Jewish families gather together to celebrate the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem centuries ago.
Of Nassau in the Bahamas.
It was late at night on December 25th, and crowds of people were putting their last-minute touches on their junk canoe celebration. Origins of junk canoe come from?
Some say it's in honor of the legendary John Canoe, and a con leader of the 1700s who fought against European forces on the Gold Coast. Whistles. Not bad. Oh, and goatskin drums.
There's no goatskin drum!
There's no goatskin drum.
Okay. All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Children.
George's heart filled to bursting as he saw his family hang twinkling ornaments on the tree and lay out plates of fresh, warm cookies. He couldn't wait to run inside and tell them all he had learned, all he had seen.
The chamber pots are clean. Thank you. Well, come in, warm yourselves up by the fire.
Yeah.